Hey guys, this is Dave Zamani with Home Life Miracle Realty. Today is Friday, December 16, 2016. This is episode 11, week 12 of my show. I'm gonna be covering, so my shows usually cover news about real estate, specifically in Ontario and British Columbia, because the reason I cover British Columbia, because a lot of things that happens in Ontario, GTA, or British Columbia, Greater Vancouver. Eventually, if it's there, it's going to come here. If it's here, it's going to go eventually there or already there. So that's why I want to cover it up. If in case we don't have it here, it's something that's going to happen to us sooner or later. So that's why I'm covering news about British Columbia, because that's one of the biggest market that we have in Canada as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cover some of the news for this week. Um, this week, actually, there have been quite a few news about BC real estate. Um, so great news for the BC residents who are first-time homebuyers. In British Columbia, a new government program promises to match the down payment for eligible first-time homebuyers. The BC government has announced today the BC Homeowner Mortgage and Equity Partnership Program. Um, so under the program, the BC government will match down payment funds of eligible first-time homebuyers up to $37,500 with a 25-year mortgage, second mortgage. As an example, a buyer purchasing $500,000 home can put down 5% using $12,500 of their own funds and $12,500 from the BC Home Partnership Program. No down payments, no payments are required, and no interest will accrue for the first 5 years of the mortgage term. So that's a pretty good offer that the BC government is given for the first-time homebuyer, and I hope that Toronto will keep its first-time homebuyer programs if it's not there yet, or if they have taken it off, they should bring it back, because we had a program like this as well. It wasn't too long ago, actually 6 months ago, as far as I remember. So the next piece of news is Canadian Real Estate Association raises forecast for 2016 home sales, expects fewer sales in 2017. The Canadian Real Estate Association is forecasting national home sales this year will be slightly higher than its previous estimates, with increased expectations for Ontario offsetting a decline for British Columbia. The association says the number of sales this year is expected to rise 6.2% to 536,700 units, compared with an earlier forecast for a 6% increase. Sales next year are expected to be 518,900 units, so it's a drop of 3.3% compared with the revised forecast for 2016. The association released its updated outlook as it reported home sales through its multiple listing service fell 5.3% between October and November. So that's a big drop between the 2 months, but the largest month-to-month decline, and that's been the largest month-to-month decline since August 2012. And I believe that has a lot to do with the strict rules that has kicked in end of November, and that made a lot of buyers rush to the market to buy and secure the house before the new rules kick in. But compared with a year ago, sale volumes in November was up 1.6% actually. So not bad. The sales have still been up. The national average price for a home sold in November was up 7.3% from a year ago at 489,591. If you exclude Greater Vancouver and Greater Toronto, the average price, national average price, would be $361,260. Mortgage rate increase for TD customers. Toronto Dominion Bank has followed RBC in raising its main mortgage rate to 2.94%, the Globe and Mail reports. Although TD increased its rates twice last month, It stopped at 2.69%, while RBC went to 2.94%. TD's latest move brings the two rivals in line again for 5-year fixed rate mortgages. Tougher restrictions on lending and pressure from the bond markets has seen the big banks considering measures to boost their profits. So less buyer comes to the market because of the strict rules, and the banks now wants to maintain their profits or make the same amount of profits. So that's why they increase the interest rates to make sure that they are making the money that they're expecting on month-to-month basis. So Vancouver real estate's mystery owners. Canada's regulatory shortcomings is allowing ownership of real estate by unknown individuals risking corruption and money laundering. The claim is made in a report by Transparency International Canada, part of a global nonprofit which aims to expose corruption. It says that the government does not know for sure who owns 46 of the 100 most expensive properties in Vancouver. Wow, that's a lot. The government does not know who owns 46% of the most expensive properties in Vancouver. Individuals can use shell companies, trusts, and nominees to hide their beneficial interest in Canadian real estate. This makes property attractive for money laundering, deprives the government of tax revenue, and hinders data collection, making it difficult to analyze the impact these ownership structures have on the real estate market. BC real estate boards won't be amalgamated. If you guys remember a few weeks ago, I mentioned about the amalgamation of the real estate boards in British Columbia, which is going to be a big news for the BC government. So we're probably going to be heading down that road as the market becomes bigger and bigger. That'll probably be a good idea for Toronto to be amalgamated as well. But anyways, the British Columbia's amalgamation has failed. Several groups which represent real estate agents in British Columbia will not be amalgamating despite the strong support. 6 real estate boards were proposing an amalgamation with British Columbia Real Estate Association under Realtors of BC banner, and at a meeting Tuesday, more than 67% of members agreed. However, of the 6 boards, BC Northern, Fraser Valley, Kamloops, and District, Okanagan Mainland, Greater Vancouver, and South Okanagan, 3 failed to meet the required voting threshold, stalling the plan. So to top the news up, a lot of forecasters predict that sales will slightly decrease in 2017. I believe this will be in line with the strict rules that have been taking place throughout the 2016, especially in the last quarter of this year. The results have already been felt in November of the significant month-to-month drop in sales. Even though this November sales were higher than last year's November, the sale has still dropped slightly compared to October. So now I want to, so that's it for the real estate news, guys. I know a lot of it was about British Columbia, but I hope that that gives you some hint on what might be coming to Toronto if we really don't have it here. And one of the things that realtors want to know is the amalgamation of the boards. I think that at some point, Greater Toronto area will be amalgamated, or they'll actually try to do that if they're already not talking about it. So that's why I covered British Columbia, because a lot of the news that we have here or there is going to eventually impact either or markets. Now I want to put my focus on some further tips for the buyers. As in this year end, there are tons of buyers who are trying to secure their purchase and buy their dream home. Hope these will help them make a wiser decision. So I've covered about 3 steps of my buyer package in the previous episodes. What should a buyer consider before buying a house? The following will be steps 4 and 5. If you guys would like the whole buyer package, send me a request and I can mail it to you. It's a small booklet with tons of great information to help you make a better decision, guys. I follow these steps and I always have an extremely happy buyers because There's a lot of information in this booklet, in this buyer package that I actually cover, and I practice it in my daily business. So get your package today. Give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a message, and let me know if you want it, and I can send it over to you. So I'm going to be covering steps 4 and 5. Up to steps 3 were covered in the last episodes, and now I'm going to be going to steps 4 and 5. So step 4, why should you buy? What should you buy? Your current and future needs. Before you start searching for a home, you need to think about your needs, both now and in the future. Here are some of the things to consider. Size requirements. Do you need several bedrooms, more than one bedroom, space for a home office, a two-car garage? These are some of the questions that you want to ask about the size requirements. Special features. Do you want air conditioning, storage or hobby space, a fireplace, a swimming pool? Do you have family members with special needs? Do you want special features to save energy, enhance indoor air quality, and reduce environmental impact? Are those things important to you? Do you want to make an environmental impact? These are some of the special features that you want to ask yourself if you would like to have in the house. Lifestyles and stages. Do you plan to have children? Do you have teenagers who will be moving away soon? Are you close to retirement? Will you need a home that can accommodate different stages of life? So these are some of the questions that you want to ask about your lifestyle and stages that you're going to be having in the next few years in your life. Try to buy a home that meets most of your needs for the next 5 to 10 years at least, or find a home that can grow and change with your needs. Step 5. So that was step 4, pretty much, very short, but it's very important question that you gotta ask yourself. And step 4, those questions are very important, and it'll make you actually make your decisions of home buying easier. Step 5, what professionals should you call on? Because purchasing a home is probably the biggest investment you will ever make, you will definitely want a team of professionals working with you throughout the process. The real estate agent. No one will play a more important role in helping you find a home than your real estate agent. Your real estate agent's job is to help you find the ideal home, write an offer of purchase, negotiate on your behalf to help you get the best possible deal, provide you with important information about the community, help you arrange and coordinate a home inspection, and essentially save you time, trouble, and money. Guys, having a good and trustworthy and honest real estate agent is so important that it will save you lots of money, help you to make the right decisions, and eventually move you to your next step of your life with a peace of mind. Ask this from some of my clients who actually made the right decision to buy the right properties, save thousands of dollars. I'm talking about up to $86,000 that I've actually saved one of my clients, $60,000, $50,000. So these does not just come, with just going behind the computer and drafting out an offer. There's a lot of work that's done behind the scene, and only an experienced full-time real estate agent can get these things done and help you make the right decision and save you tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not actually just talking, I can show you proof to let you know how much money a lot of my clients in this hot real estate market of 2016 in the summertime, how much some of these clients have saved, and what of a great decision they have made in terms of moving to the right houses. So that's about the real estate agent. So choosing the right real estate agent is very important, guys. Again, going to the next one, which is the mortgage broker. If you haven't already gone through the mortgage pre-qualification process, you will need to find a good mortgage broker to assist you during the purchasing process. And for as long as you have your mortgage, remember that many different institutions lend money for mortgages, such as banks, trust companies, credit unions, pension funds, insurance companies, and finance companies. Some people find it helpful to use a mortgage broker. Mortgage brokers don't work for any specific lending institution. Their role is to find the lender with the terms and rates that will best suit the buyers. So again, guys, mortgage broker's role is so important that before you guys do start your search for a house, a pre-qualification is the key. You have to know how much you will be able to get money from the bank. So a mortgage broker can help you out in this process. It saves a lot of us a lot of time before starting our search. Once you know how much you can get from the bank, how much mortgage you're qualified for, then we can put our focus and our budget on that amount and find you a beautiful house within that budget that you have. So it's very important to actually get a proper mortgage broker as well, or going to the bank and working with the mortgage brokers who are at the bank level. The next one is the lawyer, which in Quebec they refer to them as notary. You need a lawyer or a notary in Quebec to protect your legal interests, such as ensuring that the property you are thinking of buying does not have any building or statute liens or charges or work or cleanup orders associated with it. He or she, your lawyer, will review all contracts before you sign them, especially the offer or agreement to purchase. Having a lawyer notary involved in the process will give you a peace of mind and ensuring that things go as smoothly as possible. The next one is the home inspector. You should consider having any home you are thinking of buying, whether it is a resale home or a brand new home, inspected by a knowledgeable and professional inspector. The home inspector's role is to inform you about the property's condition. The home inspector will tell you if something is not functioning properly, needs to be changed, or is unsafe. You will also be informed of repairs that need to be made and maybe even where there may have been problems in the past. So coming to the home inspector, I just want to elaborate a little bit about home inspection. So a lot of times in a perfect market where typically I would say it's a buyer's market, or where you go in a situation where you're not dealing with multiple offers, it's good to get a home inspector done. And any house at any time, they always have like small problems. There's no house, even a brand new house, actually a brand new house, have more problems than resale houses because they were just made and nobody has fixed the problems. But a lot of houses, resale houses, they always have small problems. I don't care how good of maintenance the homeowner has done, you will always find small problems with the house. So getting a home inspector done in a perfect market where it's a buyer's market and you are not competing with anyone else, it will help me actually as a real estate agent to go ahead and renegotiate some more money for my clients. So I always in situations where it's a buyer's market and we're the only ones placing an offer, I go ahead and I negotiate for some more money for my clients, and I always end up with something in my hand to go back to my clients and give them the good news on how much credit I got them. But when it comes to a market where we have sellers market, or even in the sellers market having like multiple offers on houses, it's really not ideal to, like, a lot of times you won't really have a chance to get the house if you go with an inspection condition. So even though home inspection is good to do, but you have to know the situation. And in all honesty, guys, I just want to share this with you because I always disclose it to my clients. Out of like perhaps 100 houses that I'm just giving you an example, out of 100 houses that I've actually done inspection on, probably 99.5 or 99% of them have absolutely no deal breaking problem. No deal breaking problem. So I tell my clients, listen, this is the situation. These are from my past experience. So the chances are of you coming down here and finding a major problem or a deal-breaking problem is very slim, close to none, based on my experience. But if you're in a multiple offer situation, I usually advise my clients to take the mortgage and the inspection conditions off, because if you don't, then you're not going to get the house if you like the house. So that's very important, like to understand this part of it, because there's a lot of confusion in the mind of a buyer when they actually go for an offer, and especially in a multiple offer situation. Anyway, so the next point, the last one, which is the insurance broker. An insurance broker can help you with your insurance needs, including property insurance and mortgage life insurance. Lenders insist on property insurance because your property is their security for your loan. Property insurance covers the placement cost of your home, so premiums may vary depending on its value. Alright guys, this is it for this episode 11, week 12 of the Real Estate Corner. If you like the info I've given you, please like and share this video with your family and friends, and go ahead and like my Facebook page as well. If you have any question, write them down below in the comment section, or shoot me a message, or you can even give me a call to discuss. Do not forget to like my page, my Facebook page, Dave Zamani, Real Estate Agent. And also, I'm going to be uploading my YouTube video very shortly. I'm going to be putting the link to my YouTube channel down in the comment section. So please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I've just started that, so I would like guys to subscribe to it so you could be updated on the latest news. And that's it. Have a great and safe weekend, and see you guys next week. Cheers.